about 3 minutes till we live, y'all. 3 minutes. I am so excited. I hope you are too. So cool to see so many people hanging in here. I'll see y'all in 3 minutes. Also, fair warning to anyone who may or may not be afraid of snakes. Just a fair warning. If you have a phobia of snakes, I can't help you. Alright, that's about it. That's your last warning. We're turning the music down. We're turning the music off. There we go. And we're switching to the live stream. Hello! Go away, tavern music. Hello, everybody. This is Stella. Stella, say hi to the chat. Stella, say hi to the snack. Chat. Stella, we practiced this. We practiced this for hours, whatever. Hi, guys. What's up? Evening, Transgamer Girl, Will, Eventide, Mr. Photon, Andrea, Wretched, Michael, Jin, not you, Dan, Niles, Mask of Eclipse, Mabs, Emily, Biotech, Awesome, Ishara, Ryan. Hello, everybody. Oh, yeah, I guess she is a sneckless. She likes to be a sneckless. Because I'm warm, so she likes to hang out on me. But she keeps slipping down, Stella. Stella, we practiced this, okay? Okay? You're going to chill here, and we're going to talk about some new classes. Not you. Their name was not you, Wretched. I'm a snake. But yeah, no, this is Stella. So I've had Stella. Well, I haven't had her, but Stella was my snake. We got her when I lived with my parents when I was like 7 years old. Hello, yes, give me kisses. We got her when I was about 7 years old, and so she's about 20 now, which is really old for a corn snake. And honestly, she's just been don't lick my eye. What are you doing? I untested. But yeah, so she is a corn snake, and 20 years old is really old. On average, they live 15 to 20 years. And so she's just an old lady. She's been sitting in my parents' house for honestly, ever since I left for college and me and my brothers had all moved out, she's just been kind of sitting there. They fed her and whatnot, but overall, she just would hang out. And so I figured she'd like to get a little more attention. Be worn as a backpack, you know? All hail Stella the Ancient. Yeah, Des, she 20. Des, she almost as old as you. And she's majestic, and I love her. So, but that's not what we're here for today. Today, we have a lot of cool news. Every time someone says amp, take a drink. Oh, I say amp that often? Yeah, she's corny. She's a little corny girl. But we are here to talk about the Dark Archive. But what if I were to delay the stream just a little bit more? Because there's 150 people in here. And what better audience than 150 people to shell out official Known at One's merchandise? Hello? Ladies and gentlemen, Stella, you're making this sell very difficult. Okay? I need you to behave. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be quiet for the next minute, and I'm going to let a little advertisement play. So please, enjoy. Fireball does deal fire damage. Howdy. My name is Nonat. Oh, what am I wearing? Well, it's just the new
Nonat 1's merchandise.
That wasn't me. Anyway, it's the new Nonat...
Nonat 1's merchandise!
Okay, look. I'm just trying to tell them about the
new
new
Nonat 1's merchandise, available exclusively at nonat1s.com.
Yeah, what he said. Whatever. I'm done. This ad is stupid.
Support the channel. Get yours today.
You are all correct. Thank you. I'm really bad at this. It's only my job. Yo, Wretched, mercy, it's merch. Wretched, you could have bought a t-shirt with that $20. But yes, if you go in the description, you will find nonat1s.com. Not only does it have official Nonat 1s merchandise, but it also is the home. Are you ready for this? You're not ready for this. Are you ready for this? Stella, you're not ready for this apparently. It is home to official Nonat 1s.
That's so
cool. Now these are completely unofficial, unrelated, and are in no way owned by Paizo and in no way related to Paizo's Iconics. These are official Nonat 1's iconic characters set in vague, ambiguous fantasy world because copyright. But we currently have 3 Iconics released right now. And don't worry, we'll get to the new classes in just a couple more minutes, I promise. Shipping to UK, I think so. My producer set up the website, so I don't know what the shipping is like, but I believe it does do out of country. It might be a little pricier, I'm not positive. But we currently have 3, and if you go to nonat1s.com, you can see all 3 available Iconics right now. We have Rugo Sharpwit, the Goblin Fighter, Snow Goblin to be specific. We have Kalani, which is the one I'm currently wearing right now. Kalani is I punched you. Kalani is a gnome druid. And we also have Panza Drake Rider, who is a kobold ranger. All of the art for these characters was done by the incredibly talented Pataki Balaj. He is incredible. We've been working with him for a few months now, getting ready for this release, and we are so hyped to finally have released official merchandise. The website is live, so go check it out, maybe later. But, first we gotta do a stream, but definitely check it out. It'll be in videos. I have tons of commercials prepared, and trust me, you won't want to skip them, because they're gonna be hilarious. None of them are gonna be, I have merch, it's cool, buy please. No, they're all gonna be parody. Stella, fine. We'll start talking about the classes. Is that what you want, Stella? Thank you for the $1.99, Blazing Glory. I appreciate it. Stella Plushy Wen. Yeah, bro. Yeah, the snake's alive. Stella's getting up to some trouble. Okay. There we go. There you go. You're stuck on my armpit now. You happy? Let's go ahead and talk about some classes. Read the playtest with open mind. You got it. I know, Stella. I'm gonna stop shilling already, alright? I know. You're making this... Look at them. Give them a kiss. That's totally fair, trans gamer girl. Like, especially, I don't know the exact shipping overseas. It's probably not cheap. I'm suddenly completely blurry. Stella, what did you do? Stella, what did you do? You blurred me. You've blurred me. Ah! Hold on, I'll fix it. Dude, if there's ever a playable snake, naga, gorgon race or anything, I will make Stella. Absolutely. Stella, why? Stella casts blur. There we go. We're back. So does this make me a witch? I think I'm more of a wizard with the familiar feat. But, I'm here for it. I'm here. Bard. I mean, honestly, in Pathfinder 2e, pretty much any spellcaster can get a familiar, so yeah. And only one Stella. All right. Enough dawdling, Stella. If you don't behave yourself, I'm gonna put you back in your box, your little terrarium. I don't want to do that. All right. So we are looking at. Whoop! No, go away, Gilded. That's secret company stuff. I'm gonna hold you. We are looking at the Dark Archive playtest for Pathfinder 2e. Oh, we haven't updated the Panza one. Sorry. Thank you, CMEs. Yeah. The Panza description will be made soon. I promise. That's rude. She's not that weak. Hey. Alright, you're going to sit right there and we're going to chill. Alright, cool. Let's look at 2 new classes. If you're unaware, Paizo has released 2 new classes for Pathfinder 2e. We are talking about the Psychic and the Thaumaturge. Yes, Pathfinder 2e is not even... It's only 2 years old, and they've already released Psionic, Psychic, which is surprising. So I'm really excited to see how this goes. I need you to stop popping up notifications. Go away. But so what does it say here up here? Oh, just how to playtest. Gotcha. All right. So let's talk about the Psychic here. And if Stella ever gets distracting, I can put her down. But I think she's excited. I think she's having fun being the center of attention. Don't you go behind the chair. You can't get away from me that easy. Dude, the art in this book is incredible. Stella. Yeah, no, I love Thalion. Thalion is really, really cool as the Psychic. I like the floating dagger they got going there. Let's take a look. All right, Stella. I'm gonna wrap you like a scarf one more time, and then you're either gonna take a nap on my shoulder, or we're gonna put you away. Check the ability boost for Psychic. It is Intelligence or Charisma for Psychic. Charisma, I guess. I guess there is, there's power in words, and part of being psychic part of being real world psychic is to be able to convince people of things. Straight up, convincing someone that something is real or not is part of being psychic. See you later, Wretched. Have a good time at work. Yeah, force of personality, I suppose. There you go. You're gonna go this way now. You're gonna go this way. You're gonna. Oh my God. Stella's not having any of it. Stella's not having fun anymore. Trained in everything but will. That makes sense. Occultism plus not many skills. Interesting. Right, I'm gonna sit forward. I'm just gonna let her explore. Let's see. Whoa. Psychic spellcasting, spell repertoire, Cycantrips, Amps. Where are you going? Hello. Hello. Yes. Hello. Alright, there's a lot here. You access the infinite well of power that resides within your mind, calling forth psychic magic with nothing but thought and will. You can cast occult spells using the cast a spell activity. You alter some of the standard spell components you know from your psychic spellcasting. Instead of speaking, you have a mental component. Interesting. This represents how you exert your mind toward your intent. Oh, Stella, get off the microphone! Stella, what are you doing on the microphone? Sorry, this is going to be the next hour of the stream. Is just me trying to corral a snake. Okay, so similar to how a bard can replace somatic components, they can replace verbal ones, which is really cool. I like that. So psychics don't make sound when they cast spells. This is really cool. Hey, there will be a Stella... Once someone makes Stella fan art, we'll make Stella plushies, alright? Give it some time. Snake is happy. All is good. That's all that matters. As long as Stella's happy. You happy, girl? I think she's just excited to be warm. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Each day you can cast one first level spell. That makes sense. Level 1. Okay. Some of your spells attempt you to roll a spell attack roll. That's normal. Heightening spells. Okay, yeah, so they are spontaneous casters. Interesting. They make sounds. The manifestations are still there, just no speech. With a special mental component determined by your subconscious mind class feature. Let's go check that out. What is the subconscious mind class feature? Psychic's power is born in the depths of their psyche, far from the surface of their realization. Your subconscious mind... Tries Choose one of the following two subconscious minds, emotional or precise. One is for charisma. Okay, so these are subclasses. Interesting. Emotional acceptance. The mind's truth comes not in learned words or mathematical formulas, but deeper feelings and sensations. Emotions unlock the door to your power. You might consider your heart as the source of your strength. Through friendship, we will always succeed. When you cast a spell, you replace any material components with somatic and replace any verbal components with emotion components as you call up and hold a feeling. Weird. So it's similar to, like, cathartic magic? Let's see. An emotional component adds the concentrate trait to your action to cast a spell. You might summon the sense of freedom to buoy you through the air, or let fear grip your heart as you plant it in another's mind. Emotion components tend to impart abstract or vivid effects to your visual and auditory... Okay. Interesting. If you are affected by a harmful emotion effect, your cantrips are heightened to one level lower? Yikes. So this is like a subclass that doesn't really give you a bonus. It just gives you a penalty. I mean, again, you don't have to make verbal components, which is cool. You can silently cast any spell, but yee. Yo, Eventide with the $5. If they don't add Freudian Slip as a spell, I will be upset. Agreed. I want it. Give it to me. That's so cool. Yeah, cathartic spellcasting with the emotional acceptance. That just makes sense. That makes a ton of sense. And thank you to all the new subs. We've got a ton of new subscribers here since we started streaming. That's awesome. Like 5 or 6, which is kind of crazy in like 20 minutes. We just hit 200 viewers. Let's go. We did it, Stella. 200 viewers. Look at them all. I think she finally calmed down. She's just hanging out now. And Precise Discipline, which is the intelligence-based one. When you cast a spell, replace any material with somatic and replace any verbal with calculation, as you determine the exact forces you realize. Ooh, okay. A calculation component adds concentrate to all spells, which somatic does too. Perhaps you mentally weigh the mass of an object against the force of gravity to levitate it, or you might determine exactly how much energy is needed for... Calculation components tend to impart ordered visual and auditory... Okay. Disruptions to your sequences make it more difficult for you to focus. You are flat-footed against attacks of opportunity when you cast a spell. Yikers! Wow! Yo, what's up, Zenthoraz? Interesting. So I'm guessing psychic spellcasters are going to be slightly more powerful than others, but they have these minds, these focus mind subclasses that make them... They can be hindered, which is kind of cool. It's very neat. We don't want to look at conscious mind yet. No, wait. Okay, that's a different class feature. Let's go back to spellcasting. I'm getting ahead of myself. This is a lot. This is already a lot. Yeah, I like subconscious mind. A lot of stuff that you don't intend to happen but does. It's really cool. Some of your spells are cantrips. Yep, automatically heightened. You can improve some of your cantrips with special amps. Your choice of conscious mind gives you extra cantrips, amps for them, and a unique cantrip. I don't like that I have to say cantrip amp. That's hard to say. Yeah, Diego, I think that's the best way to put it. It's really cool, but it's not a buff, and I think that's fine. I think detrimental class features are awesome. I think it's a really cool idea. Occult spell repertoire. So they cast very much the same as a bard. Yeah, pretty much the exact same as a bard, but they get very few spells per day in comparison to other casters, at least. They get very little, like, yeah, maxing out at 2 per level. They only get 1 additional spell per level. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, I agree, AK. I think that's perfect. It's really cool. Snack. This is Stella. Let's see. Focus points? Is that the Psy-Amps? No. Wait. Yeah, okay. Cycantrips and Amps. Here we go. This is where they get, like, really unique. The unique magic of your mind manifests as Cycantrips, which are a kind of focus cantrip. Like other cantrips, you can cast Cycantrips as often as you like, automatically heightened. Unlike other cantrips, you cannot swap them out. Interesting. So once you have a Cycantrip, it is always prepared. You cannot unprepare it. At first level, you learn 3 of them, determined by your choice of conscious mind. Now, does that count as is that part of your 3? Are these your Cycantrip? No, additional. Okay, so you get 3 cantrips of your choice, and then 3 more that are decided for you. Okay, cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Similar to the Sorcerer, I like when some of your spells are predetermined, because it makes a lot of sense. Would prefer if the Thaumaturge had Wisdom instead of Charisma. I haven't gotten there yet. I'll have to check it out. That's where I'm leaning, 52 ducks. Yeah, like, if they have weaknesses, if they're stronger than other casters, they need to have weaknesses, too, to counterbalance it. At first level, you learn 3 Cycantrips determined by your conscious mind. 2 of these are common occult, which you can cast as Cycantrips. They work the same most of the time, but casting them as a Cycantrip means you can amp them to boost or modify them. This is a lot. Holy cow. The amp effects of these cantrips appear in your conscious mind. So yeah, it's similar to Bard's composition cantrips, but they're augmenting existing spells. Amps are specified thought forms that alter the nature of Cycantrips. When you cast a Cycantrip, you can amp it by spending a focus point. Oh. Okay. You can gain additional amps through feats. You start with 2. Whoa! Ho! Psychics start with 2 focus points. Rather than spending focus points to cast spells, you spend them only on amps. Dude, this means if you take something like the Blessed One archetype, you can have 3 focus points at level 2. That's awesome. And it makes a lot of sense. You do not start with Refocus 2. You start with Refocus 2. Okay, Psychic Blessed One is going to be busted. I'm calling that right now. Psychic Blessed One is just double Lay on Hands. At level 2, you can use Lay on Hands twice, Refocus, and Lay on Hands twice. This is nuts. TK Gamer, so far they're really cool. This is the first feature I've gotten to that's like, wow. If you spent at least 2 focus points... Oh, if you've spent at least 2 focus points and spent focus points only to amp Cycantrips, you regain 2. If you use it on Lay on Hands, you only gain 1 back. There's the balance. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Alright, I get I'm picking up what you're putting down. That's really cool. We already looked at the subclasses here. So those are the subconscious minds. What are the conscious minds? Whatever the subconscious source of a psychic's power, all psychics find that a specific external manifestation of their magic comes most easily to them. This conscious outward expression determines your Cycantrips. Okay, so this determines some spells. Subclasses. You automatically add the spells listed here, in addition to your normal spells. At first level, you gain a first level spell, and you learn the other spells on the list as soon as you gain the ability to cast them. Interesting. Okay. So similar to a Sorcerer Bloodline. It's very Sorcerer so far, honestly. These are the Cycantrips you gain automatically at first level, and you can get one through the Deeper Psy Breakthrough feat. I'm getting some serious Earthbound vibes, not gonna lie. This is the real subclasses? Okay. There are 3 conscious minds in this playtest: Distant Grasp, Infinite Eye, and Silent Whisper. Okay. Motion characterizes the physical. A boulder falls, creatures move, the world turns. You believe the truest form of mind over matter is therefore to move things as well, wielding telekinesis as an arm that can grasp... Okay. Telekinesis. Magic missile. Telekinesis. Magic missile? I understand telekinetic maneuver. I understand levitate, fly, telekinetic call, wall of force, force cage. I get all of that. Magic missile? Is blessed psychic going to be banned in PFS? Thank you for the $2, McFatson. I don't think so. Not with the limit on refocusing.
That's
because if you use
so
lay on hands even once,
cool.
you're basically stuck to one focus point for the rest of the day. It's still really good though. Flavored as a TK blast. It is that is fair. It is a force bullet. All right, you got me there. Magic missile is a bullet of force. You're right. You're right. You're right. Mage hand and telekinetic projectile, obviously. Unique telekinetic rend. Ooh. All right, you've got me here. Sorry, Stella. What? Arrest trajectory. All right, we get nerdy up in here. Wait, Oracle's got 2 focus? Did they? Hold on, now you have me second guessing myself. You have me 100% second guessing myself here. Oracles don't get 2 focus points. Oh my god, you do! Hey chat, did you know it's my job to teach people how to play this game? I don't even know how to play this game. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just crazy? That's crazy. I never knew that. Oh my god. That's crazy. Anyway, so if you amp up Mage Hand, your snake runs away down your back and it's fine. Yeah, Blessed Oracle. Holy cow. Your added focus increases your hand's telekinetic finesse. When you cast the spell, you can have the Mage Hand grasp an attended object as long as it's attended by you or a willing ally, such as a sheathed weapon. Okay, cool. That's not like a huge amp, but it's still pretty cool. You can take some... But the problem is that it needs to be willing. That's the problem. This doesn't really do much. Because here's the thing. As a GM, I would probably allow this. I would probably... If my player was like, hey, can I mage hand Johnny's dagger out of its sheath? I'd probably be like, yeah, sure, that's fine. Johnny, are you going to fight it? No. Yeah, you can do that. I don't know. This seems like an unnecessary amp. Though grabbing a potion off of someone is cool. Grabbing a potion off your ally to bring to someone else, that's neat. Yeah, that is cool, Dayton. You're right. Telekinetic projectile. 1d8 instead of 1d6 and pushes 5 feet. The damage increases by 1d8. Oh my word. Whoa. Whoa. Every 2 levels, the distance you push the target increases. Now, it's a critical success only, so it's not going to be super reliable. But, like, if you're casting this at level as a 9th level spell, you're pushing them 45 feet with a cantrip. If you critically succeed on your hit, you're knocking them 45 feet back. That's so crazy stupid, and I love it. Just launch them off a cliff, seriously. I'm 30 feet away from the edge. I'm fine. Especially because with telekinetic projectile, you can push them really in any direction because you can pull the projectile from anywhere. That's crazy. Yeah, you do use a focus point for it, but still. Dude, honestly, I feel like a spell that says push target creature 45 feet, that would be like a level 6 spell. That is so freaking powerful. Maybe level 4 or 5, but still. And then Telekinetic Rend is their unique one. For 2 actions, your mind creates a violent axis of motion in a nearby space. You deal 1d6... This is a cantrip? Wow! This can do 8d6 at level 1. If you hit 4 creatures and they all crit fail, obviously. Okay, it heightens slower. That's an amazing level 1 cantrip. It falls off, but an AoE cantrip that's not electric arc? That's huge. That's really huge. That's so cool. I love it. So, are you comfy back there? I can't even see you anymore. I think she likes my back because my back is super sweaty and warm, so she's just cuddling up to it. Yeah, you can choose bludgeoning or slashing too. That's really powerful. If you amp it, you can do it twice. But it doesn't overlap? That's too bad. That doesn't seem like... maybe? It's sad you can't overlap it with the amp, but I guess that would be overpowered, being able to effectively cast it twice. The amp isn't super crazy, but it's still pretty fun. Yeah, snakes love heat. They're all about that heat, and I'm just not hot enough for her. And then their deep one is Arrest Trajectory. The amp doubles the damage? Oh, there's an and there. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so it does double the damage. In some ways, it quadruples the damage. Okay, never mind. That's way better than I thought. No, you're right. You're all correct. I'm stupid. Yeah, this goes from 1d6 to potentially 2d6 twice. That's really good. Never mind. I'm dumb and I don't read words. Good. You arrest approaching projectiles in midair. As a reaction, if you or an ally are the target of a physical ranged strike, the target gains a +1 to AC. If the attack misses, it hits the ground. I guess. Okay, there is an amp for it. That's fair. This doesn't need to be amped. Yeah, no, this is actually. Excuse me. Oh my god. This is actually really powerful. Getting this on a spellcaster, this is like a monk feat. This is like a monk feat that gives you a bonus to ranged defense. This is huge. And you can give it to other people. That's actually nuts. Once you're level 13, +2, as a reaction every turn for no resource. That's really good. You not only block the missile, but send it back to its source if you amplify this reaction. Unlike with amps, you choose to amp this spell after you... I like that. That's really good. Thank you, Paizo. It would feel so bad to spend the focus point, amp up the reaction, and still miss. That's cool. And you get to cast Telekinetic Projectile for free! Yo! You lose one action on your next turn. That's not bad! That's a reaction which gives you a 2-action ability, and then you lose one action on your next turn. That's so good. I love it. I love it. You don't even need to have it in your repertoire, but you always will, because you can't unprepare it. Anyway, that's so cool. I adore that. That is the best amp so far for that subclass. Infinite Eye looks like predicting the future. All right, Stella, if you don't want to cuddle up on me, I can put you away if you'd like. I want to make sure you're cozy, but I also want to get through these classes. I know. I'm so warm, and my back is great, but I want to lean back, and I don't want to crush you. Okay. So Infinite Eye gets True Strike, Augury, Clairaudience, Clairvoyance. They're divination. It's a divination psychic. Pretty standard stuff. Detect Magic, Guidance, and Mental Skill. What does amping Detect Magic do? Your Pulse of Detection magic helps you gain a sense of nearby magic strengths or weaknesses. As long as you detect the presence of magic, you gain +1 to saves against magic for 3 rounds. That increases to +2 at level 5. Maybe? As long as you learn the school. +2 against that school specifically. Okay. All right. You pinpoint the source of magic with great precision. In addition to the bonus against saves, when you pinpoint the source, you determine its exact location. However, okay. So this makes your detect magic almost like a really quick read aura. Yeah, as long as you detect magic. So you can't just cast this randomly. But that's really good. +1 against all magic, +2 against a specific school of magic, and completely identify the exact source of the highest level of magic. And you only need to be level 7. That's really good. That's really strong and really plays into that clairvoyant psychic. I like it. As long as you detect magic, carry a magic item on you. Does that work? Because you can choose to ignore. You don't have to ignore, right? You can choose to ignore magic you're fully aware of. Wow. If you keep a necklace of fireball on you at all times, you can amp up detect magic, choose learn, well, as long as it's the highest level. If it's evocation, you get a +2 to all saves against evocation spells. That's great. That's really cool. 52 ducks. That's really neat. I like that. You can get really creative with that. Keep a bunch of different magic items on you. Whether it's illusion, if you know you're fighting an illusionist, keep a ring of illusion on you or something, and then detect that and gain the resistance. That's cool. I like that. That's really, really fun. This is definitely a complicated class. It's not as complicated as like the Summoner, but there is more going on a single character. The Summoner is more complicated because there's 2 characters. The Psychic is more complicated when it comes to a single creature, because you are now getting spells that can be cast in multiple ways, and that can be very confusing for some players. It's a GPS. Guidance. When the target uses the bonus from guidance, it fails instead of critically fails. Fair? I don't know how often that's going to come up. Like, fine, I guess, but it's just... I don't know. I don't think I'd ever use a focus point on that. That does not feel worth a focus point. I haven't seen the real psychic stuff yet. All right. I'll have to move on because we're almost an hour in and I only want to stream for 2 hours. Holy cow. Let's get through these subclasses. You quickly view your surrounding from a variety of angles. You can choose it to seek in the spells area. Okay. So you can... This gives you a 30-foot cone of seeking and automatically finds concealed or hidden targets. Cool. This counts as preparing to aid one ally of your choice on an attack roll against the creature. That's neat. I like that. Yes, Paizo, do more with the aid action. I freaking love the aid action. And tacking it onto other abilities is perfect. Yes, thank you. I love you, Paizo. Hashtag more aid actions. That's true. If you're in the middle of exploration and just refocusing, that's fair. Make sure they don't fall off the rope and die. All right. Your scans are so minute, you can project the creature's likely weaknesses and strengths. Oh, not only do they give this cantrip the aid action, but it gives you specific recall knowledge style information. Oh, it's so good. Highest saving throw, lowest saving throw, +1 bonus against attacks and damage for the round. Ah! Increase everything to +2. Ah! It's so good. Oh! This might be my favorite cantrip. This could easily be my favorite cantrip. Thank you, Keaton, for subbing. This might be my favorite cantrip of all time. This might be my favorite cantrip. I love it. I'm here for it. I adore it. Future Path at level 7. Or probably 8, because you get these off of feet. You see a perfect path through a danger, knowing exactly where to step. If you have... that's it? I suppose it's a cantrip. Spend a focus point to stride twice for 2 actions for no reactions. It's good. But 90% of the time, it's better to step and stride. Don't get me wrong, once you are character level 15, this is incredible. But wait. No, it's not even, because they don't get to move on your turn. This is not good. Sure, you can stride twice for a focus point, but like, I don't know, I'm not a fan. Yeah, it's good for if you're fighting massive monsters with reach and attack of opportunity. Absolutely. But I feel like there are other options. I don't know. Mental Scan is great, and it's possible that Mental Scan is so good they needed to give it a slightly worse one. I don't see myself ever taking the deep cantrip, the deep psi feat for this, because this is just not good enough to me. It's 2 actions to stride once. And if you spend a focus, it's 2 actions and a focus point to stride twice. The Heighten would be incredible if your ally could move right away and spend their reaction, but it sucks when it needs to be their action. That's a problem. You didn't poop on me, did you? No, we're good. All right, and the last subclass, let's go through this fast. This one is all mental. Mind Link, remove fear, heroism, telepathy, synaptic pulse, sending, visions of danger. Looks like it's all very beneficial support mental stuff. Yeah, yo, welcome, Raging Wyvern. If you have a big reach attack of opportunity, Time Jump is a level 3 spell and doesn't cost you a level 8 feat. There you go. Time Jump doesn't provoke like future... That sucks, yeah. That's unfortunate. I get what they're going for. It's really cool. I think it should have been 1 action. I think if they make this 1 action, it's fine. That would be totally fine. I know it doesn't, Olimar, but for 2 actions, you don't get to trigger reactions. You know what else does that? A step and a stride. Like, sure, if they have reach, it's more useful, but it's a very specific situation. All right, let's see. If you amplify... See, I love Daze. I'm excited to see this. If you amplify Daze, it gains a weakness 1 to mental damage till the end of your next turn. -1 penalty to will saves. On a crit fail, weakness 3, stunned 1. And applies before dazed deals damage. That's cool. I like that. But again, it's not worth a focus point. Let me put this here. This is a focus point to deal 1 extra damage if they fail, and make you 10% more likely to deal damage again if you cast it again next turn. Now, this is good if you have other spellcasters, or if you want to set up for a stronger will save spell, but on its own, this isn't great. It's good setup, it can be good support with teammates. Overall, not that worth a focus point. I think it's flavor for more for hazards when you can walk through a hallway. You know, Glenn, I had not considered that. That is fair. That makes a lot of sense. Future Path doesn't trigger reactions. Hazards are technically reactions. So yeah, no. Actually, Glenn, you just made this spell 10 times better. If you know there's a trap in front of you, you can Future Path and walk through. And since it's a cantrip, you can help all of your allies walk through. This completely undoes any kind of reaction-based hazard, and that's crazy powerful. So that's really good. It does chain with itself, yeah, but it's only 1 bonus damage. 2 bonus damage at level 5. It's that would be interesting. If they had more than 3 focus points, I think it'd be cool. I don't know, though. Message. If you amplify message, the target can... This is what I wanted Future Path to have. This lets your target step or stride as a reaction. Why can message do that, but Future Path can't? You get a way to amp without costing focus points. Interesting. Okay, that's probably a feat. Yeah, message definitely greater than Future Path. Agreed. Can we talk about this? Can we talk about this? I would like to talk about this. Can someone in chat read Amp Heightened 4th for the class? Can somebody... That's dumb. If you can amp for free like people are saying, that's dumb. If you have a fighter in your party and you're level 7 or higher, your fighter gets an extra attack every turn. Your barbarian, your champion, they don't need to take attack of opportunity now because you can just give them the attack. Like, this effect right here, this is the entire reason people take the martial dedication, the archetype, to get that, like, level 10 feat. To get that level 10 feat that lets you do that. What is that? What level is that feat? Let me see. Martial archetype. Martial archetype, it's like level 10, right? To battle? Yeah, a level 8 feat to battle. And 2 actions. Message is 1 action, isn't it? Message is 1 action? With 120-foot range? To battle for the Marshal has a 30... Which, I mean, to be fair, it's an archetype. A class should be stronger than an archetype. This is insane. The only benefit of the Marshal is that it doesn't cost a focus point or anything. The gang up, opportune backstab, preparation combo that rogues get? No, but that sounds incredible. That's one of the most powerful things I've ever read in this game. That is one of the single most... Oh, it does go up to 500 feet, doesn't it? That is one of the most powerful things I have ever read. I know it spends your allies' reaction, but most turns, your allies aren't going to use a reaction. Usually they'd save it for an attack of opportunity, but who needs attack of opportunity when you can just take it or trip with it? This is nuts. Yeah, I know, TK. MAP does not apply outside your turn. So your fighter can attack, attack, attack. You cast message, and they can attack at their full bonus. It's gross. AK. Hey, fighter. Hit him. And then he does. Dude, that's insane. Looks like caster supremacy's back on the menu, boys. Imagine if they're quickened. I don't want to. Wait. Isn't there a fighter feat? Hold on. Isn't there a fighter feat that gives you a bunch of reactions? There's the riposte. Is it this one? Oh, it's the start of each enemy's turn. Okay. Imagine... Or is it the swashbuckler? Maybe that's... They might both be at the start of each enemy's turn. I think they are. Inexhaustible counter moves. At the start of each enemy's turn. Okay. I was thinking, imagine if you have just a fighter and like 4 psychics, and the fighter found a way to have more reactions. Wait. Well, you can't. Wait. Hold on. Where's this class feature? Where is this class feature that gives you free amps? Hold on. Where is this class feature that gives you free amps? Didn't people say it was level 3? I don't see it. Hold on. Unleash Psyche. A psychic who taxes their abilities to the limits, thins the barrier. When you unleash your psyche, it lasts for 3 rounds. It's your 3rd turn of the encounter or later. After some time of acclimating a benefit, when you cast a spell from your spell slot, when you have unleashed, you get a status bonus to damage. Wow. The focus on offense comes at a penalty. You take -2 to AC. Guys, let me paint a picture for you. Your team is a psychic and 3 fighters. It is the 3rd round of the encounter. You spend 1 action to unleash your intent. You take a -2 to armor class, but, you can now spend psi points. That's what it said, right? Yeah. You can... Oh, 1 per round. Okay, there it is. That's what I was waiting for. 1 per round. Okay. But still, even without that, if you have 3 focus points and 3 fighters, attack. That's ridiculous. Honestly, this is insane. Giving your fighters... I mean, it doesn't even have to be a fighter. If the fighter, barbarian, and rogue are all in melee, even if they're against separate enemies, you can blow all of your focus points and just gain 3 full bonus attacks. That's insane. I love it. But it's so broken, and I'm going to murder my players with 1 as an enemy. I'm so excited to do that. I can blame Paizo for it. That makes sense, Biotech, that you can't do it again until after you've refocused. Yeah, honestly, no, coordinating your team around just this. Coordinating your team around this sounds so fun. Wait a second! Sorry, Stella, I don't mean to scare you. It doesn't have to be a melee strike! Even Stella's fallen after this. If you have 3 archers next to you, you can just go, hey, archers, focus point message, focus point message, focus point message, and they all shoot. Stella, this is not okay. Pull. Give Stella a kiss? Okay. Good girl. Paizo, please. Gunslinger can shoot someone. You could just have a firing squad. You could just have a firing squad of 3 gunslingers and a psychic. God. And then, so yeah, first turn, blow all your focus points, get all those strikes out there. Second turn, I don't know, cast a spell or something. You're still a full spellcaster. Turn 3, Unleash your intent and get a free extra ally strike every turn. Stella, I'm sorry I'm yelling. I hope you don't have ears. I don't know how snakes work. Take the shot. Take the shot! So what does Nudge Intent do? This is a long spell. Oh my god. Yeah. I just like the word percolate. Choose either strike, cast a spell, or use a skill action. If the target can't pursue, they're unaffected. They make a will save. If they crit fail... I only read like 2 words per line. Let me reread this. At the beginning of their next turn, they must either perform your chosen action or become frightened. And if you amplify it, it's stunned 1. I suppose it doesn't have to be that great. I suppose if you can give... I don't know. It's fine. I suppose after message, though, seeing this as a fine cantrip, that's balanced. This should not be powerful. Holy cow. Oops, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Welcome to Snake Facts. Snakes have ears, but they do not have holes in the skin. Also, I bet everything sounds kind of muffled to her. So when I'm shouting... forcing a strike on the champion could be good. That's true. I like it. What was I going to check? I was going to check something. I don't remember. I don't know. My brain is gone. That was a lot. Holy crap. Shatter Mind. 15-foot cone. 3d6 damage. Alright. Fair enough. Just a... Wait, that's a cantrip. Okay, again, heightens every 2 levels. Alright, that's not that broken. It's basically free Burning Hands, which is cool, but you don't get it to level 8. So, that's balanced. Get the caster to punch instead of nuking you. That's true. It's really good against spellcasters. You're right. The amp needs to be changed. The stunned only drops when you gain actions. Oh, you're right. So the stunned wouldn't take effect until its next turn. That's a good point, Michael. Yeah. So they wouldn't become stunned until... Because they make the will save on their turn. And if they fail, they're stunned 1. But that won't happen until their next turn. Huh. Seriously, Andrea, Zarconi. I'm going to call you Zarconi. Yeah, this is the class. This is the subclass right here. You do not need anything else. Nothing else matters from the Silent Whisper. That is all you need. That's a problem, though, AK. Yeah, spellcasters pretty much all have decent will. So making this a will save makes it worse against spellcasters. Ugh. Cool. Oh, that's confusing. So, I don't like how this is designed. I understand it, but I don't like it. So, Shatter Mind is heightened every 2 spell levels and deals 3d6 plus 1d6 every 2 spell levels. But if you amp it, then the spell is considered to be heightened every single spell level. I wish there was a better way to word it. Because it's basically just, it doubles the amount of damage heightened. I think it would be better if it said, I don't know, I'm not a designer. But yeah, every 2 levels will be 2d6 instead of 1d6. I don't know how I feel about the wording there. Because yeah, basically this spell heightens differently when you amp it. It's a typo, or it's definitely a math thing. It's to make the spell better on odd levels. Because especially, like, this spell gets way better at levels, 10, 12, 14. Odd levels. When you want to heighten it on odd levels and not heighten it on even levels. Because it heightens itself on even levels, but on odd spell levels, it doesn't heighten, but the amp still heightens. I don't like this spell. I like the flavor. I love the Lovecraftian mind crush Yu-Gi-Oh kind of thing. But overall, I'm not a big fan. I believe that's the problem. It's heightened differently. Exactly. Dayton put it perfectly. At level 5, well, it's a level 4 cantrip. So at level 8, Shatter Mind deals 3d6 damage. And amping it does not increase the damage at all. Does it? Wait. Amp heightened +1. They need to reword this. They need to put, like, and deals additional damage based on the spell level or something like that. If they just added something like and deals additional damage based on the spell level, that would make a lot more sense. But this implies that it just heightens differently. Yeah, I don't think it stacks. I think 52 ducks, you're right. I do not believe both stack. That would be insane. So that would mean what? At level 6, this is a 6d6 60-foot cone. I mean, granted, you're... Well, because what? Level 6, that's a level 11 character. I don't know. That's a big area. That's like twice the area of a... That's more than twice the area of a fireball. For 6d6 damage? I don't know. It's really split down the middle. It's poorly worded. And that's what people... Definitely bring that up when you put in your surveys for the playtest. It's poorly worded. It has a lot of... It needs to be explained better. Because honestly, now that I'm looking at the math, I don't think it's overpowered if it's stacked. Even at like max level, let's say level 20, this is being heightened 6 times. So that means it is dealing 6d6 normally and an additional... So 12d6 amped. That doubles the damage for a focus point. I don't know. Yeah, Blue Tomato. Yeah, we have a lot of people in here who weren't in here at the beginning of the stream. Stella, it's time to say hi again. Oh, you're over here. This is my snake, Stella. Say hi. She's a sweetie. Okay. Add the amp and amp heightened applicable entries to the standard cantrips. The amp heightened entry is in addition to any normal heightened entry. Ooh, Emily, where did you find that? Is that in here? Is that in here somewhere? Psyche amp. Oh, is it up here? No, I don't see it. Sidebar? Let's see. Sidebar. Under surface psi cantrips is where you found it. Okay. So that'll be right up here. The 2 standard cantrips, you can always cast as cantrips. The amp heightened entry is in addition to any normal heightened entry for the cantrip. Okay. That should be easier to find because that is difficult to find. Thank you so much, Emily. Emily, I'm just going to casually... Oh, I can't do it from there. Hold on. Emily, I trust you. Congratulations, Emily. You've been moderated. I trust you. Don't break my trust. Stella is not a danger noodle. Stella's a cuddle noodle. Yeah, it does require a focus point. That's true. But yeah, no, it's crazy. Gets even better and better. Half the Pathfinder 2 content creators are here. Wait, who else is in here? Oh, the rules lawyer. Yo, what's up? Sorry, I didn't notice. We should move on because we are falling behind on time. But real quick, I have to run to the bathroom, but also there's a bunch of new people in here who weren't in here earlier. So, in case you didn't know, here's a quick little ad from No Nat Ones. Fireball does deal fire damage. Howdy. My name is No Nat. Oh, what am I wearing? Well, it's just the new No
Nat Ones merchandise.
That wasn't me. Anyway, it's the new No
Nat Ones merchandise.
Okay, look, I'm just trying to tell them about the new
No Nat Ones merchandise available exclusively at nonatones.com.
Yeah, what he said, whatever. I'm done. This ad is stupid.
Support the channel. Get yours today.
We're back. Thank you for putting up with the commercials. I do hope you guys find it at least funny. Whether you buy something or not, I just hope you enjoy the commercial. There's more to come. I'm super pumped. There's a link in the description of this very stream to nonatones.com where you can find all the cool new merchandise, all the cool new designs by Pataki Balash. They look super cool, and I love it. I have not gotten to play any of the classes, Nicholas, but I want to at some point. Recall Knowledge, what's up? Need to brush up on my knowledge of these classes. We're running a one-shot next week, playing both. Nice, that's so cool. Alright, so let's look at some class features here for the Psychic. I'm probably going to skip the feats just because I don't think I have time. It's already been an hour and 20 minutes, and I want to be done in 45 minutes. I know, we still need to look at the Thaumaturge. So yeah, I won't look at the feats today. If you want to look at them later, you can. Maybe I'll make a feat cover. I'll probably make a video about the feats. That sounds fun. Let's do that. But yeah, Unleash Psyche, ability boost, skill increases. They're probably not going to have many class features because they're a spellcaster. Precognitive, reflex to expert sport. Yo, Austin, thank you so much for the $5. Hey, Stella says thank you too. That'll buy her some mice. Can't wait for the review of my favorite class so far after the Caster Snooze Fest. Throwing shade. Why am I wearing these? There's no audio playing. But yo, Thaumaturge is your favorite class? Interesting. I'm excited to see it. Yo, Trans Gamer Girl, straight up. I can't believe it. I remember back, I think when the APG came out, we might have had 200 people in here. And that was like a massive stream for me. Whereas this is just like, yeah, let's talk about the playtest. And people are in here like hanging out. It's a blast. It's so cool. So thank you guys so much for making these streams so successful. Expert Spellcaster, Walls of Will. Yeah, just that stuff. Personal Barrier. Oh, Unarmed. That's a cool name for it. That's just Unarmed Defense. But Personal Barrier sounds really cool. Fortress of Will is Legendary Will saves. Makes sense. Legendary Spellcaster, of course. Psychic gets no perception increase. You're right. That's gotta be a misprint. That has to be a misprint. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it looks like everyone's thinking that. Okay. That seems insane. To not even get expert? That'd be nuts. Cool. And then Infinite Mind, level 10 spell slot. Easy enough. You can take Mind over Matter, Psychic feats to gain a second slot. Easy enough. Cool. All right. We're going to move on. I might make a video about these feats because there's a lot of them and all that jazz, and they look really cool, but I don't have time to go over all of them right now, otherwise we'd be here all day, and that would make you all way too happy. So let's look at the Thaumaturge. Chunky boy. So, okay, but check out Cranial Detonation. All right, you...
Guys, I found a typo. Guys, typo. It's a typo. I found a typo. Look, it's a typo. See the typo? It's supposed to be a 20. It's an 18. It's a typo.
But real quick, Cranial Detonation. As your magic fells a creature, you take advantage of their flickering consciousness to release a detonation of psychic energy from their head. Use this amp in place of your Cycantrips normal amp. Unlike with many amps, you choose to add this amp to a spell after you successfully reduce them to 0 hit points, non-mindless specifically. Cannot be used on non-lethal. The enemy you reduce to 0 hit points dies, and its head explodes. If the cantrip reduced more than one foe to 0 hit points, choose a head to detonate. This isn't a text by Paizo. Choose one head to detonate. Hold on, let me just put this on Twitter real quick. Choose one head to detonate. Paizo 2021. There we go. Cool. Good. The detonation creates a shockwave and a 15-foot emanation around that enemy. Each creature in the emanation takes 1d4 damage per level of the spell, which if it's a cantrip is going to be like 10, 9. So 9d4? Alright. Basic save against your spell DC. You choose a physical or mental shockwave, and the explosion deals force damage with a basic reflex save. Ooh, that's nice. There needs to be more effects like this where you can choose the saving throw. That is spectacular. Needs more spells. There might be some more spells like that in Secrets of Magic. I'm not sure. I haven't read through a lot of them, but I need them. Absolutely. That's so cool. I love it. Thank you for making me check that out. That is a really neat one. Your So, fun fact about Mios here. Mios was designed, by the same person who does the core designs of like most of the iconics. I don't have the name off the top of my head. Is it signed down here? This one. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but when I was talking to Eric Mona at Gen Con, he talked about how he's like, well, we're really excited for the Thaumaturge design, but we also feel really bad for any of the freelance artists. Wayne Reynolds, thank you. Wayne Reynolds is amazing, and this art is incredible, but we feel bad for all of the freelance artists who are gonna have to recreate this down to like minute details. Like, imagine having to draw this in the background of an action scene, like trying to make sure all these little tidbits get like noticed without turning into a blur in the background of combat. Yeah, this is artist hell. It's insane. Mios is gonna have a lot of images standing behind stuff. Oh, I love it. Oh, imagine cosplay. Chat, if we hit 25,000 subscribers before the end of 2021, I will cosplay Mios. I will say that on screen right now. If we hit 25,000 subscribers by the end of 2021, that is in 3 months, I will do a full Mios cosplay. It's not going to happen. But that would be hilarious. So there's my pledge. Make it happen. All right, so what is a Thaumaturge? I need to raise money for my accessories. Honestly, I do it on my own. If we hit 25,000 subs, that is 9,000 subscribers in 3 months. If we somehow did that, I'd do this off my own dime. I wouldn't make people donate to make this happen. There's hardly enough people who subbed. Oh, that'll be fun. I have ideas, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's not going to happen. So you scavenge the best parts of every magical tradition and folk practice to glean deeper laws of the universe, like the rule of three, the laws of symbolism, and the chains of sympathetic connections. Interesting. You capitalize on the weakness of any creature. Ooh. All right. Expert in will and perception. Charisma. Ah, what happened? No, come back. Honestly, looking at this boy, I didn't think charisma. But I suppose it's always been like the rule that like charisma is the main requirement for using magic items. And from what I've heard from people, the Thaumaturge is kind of about magic items. So charisma does make sense. 8 hit points. But I've also heard it's a martial class. Trained in martial weapons? Was not expecting that. Oh. Holy cow. Trained in all 4 automatically. Wow. Thankfully, they put it at 2 plus intelligence. That's still insane. That is 4 free skills at level 1. Plus 2 expert proficiency saving throws and perception. Ooh, with a nasty damage booster. I'm so excited. Trained in medium. Yo, I don't know why I expected this to be light armor. But yeah. Alright. Charisma makes sense once you get into it. Awesome. I just try stuff until it works. The class. Esoterica trait is present in many Thaumaturge feats and class features that draw upon their various talismans. Are you giving my neck a kiss, Stella? Are you kissing my neck? Required to be in possession of your Esoterica to use them. Normally you're assumed to always have your Esoterica, but in some rare circumstances you might have either not had them on hand or have it stripped from you. That makes sense. Ooh, temporary items. That sounds fun. Get ready for syllables. Alright. Dubious Knowledge? Dude, they just start with Dubious Knowledge? That's awesome. And additional lore. Oh, if your background already granted Dubious Knowledge, you gain additional lore. Nice. Magic Junk Hoarder. I love it. Cold Iron Nails, Scraps of Scrolls. Interesting. You wear your Esoterica in a small bag or pouch somewhere on your person that makes it easy to access. Or literally all over your body. While you can eventually learn to use your Esoterica for a variety of benefits, the first technique every Thaumaturge learns is how to leverage a creature's antithesis to harm it. You gain Find Flaws and Esoteric Antithesis actions. Alright. Interesting. Find Flaws. You determine a creature's weakness, whether a literal one or a metaphysical one. Recall knowledge about a creature using Charisma instead of the usual... That's amazing. So because you're automatically trained in Arcana, Occultism, Nature, and Wisdom, and you can replace them with Charisma, you don't need Intelligence and Wisdom to make use of those skills. That is smart freaking design. That is great. Because otherwise you would have like 3 key ability scores, and you'd have to dump Con, Strength, and Dex. That is brilliant design. Well done, Paizo. Creature can be either one you can see or one you're investigating in advance. The results depend on the Recall Knowledge check. If you crit succeed, you learn all of its resistances, weaknesses, and immunities. If you had learned them from the Recall Knowledge already, you learn different information instead. You can then Esoteric Antithesis without spending an action. If you succeed, you learn their highest weakness. If you fail, you can just use Esoteric... even a normal success makes Esoteric Antithesis a free action. And crit fail, you become flat-footed. Fair enough. I don't know Constantine. What is Constantine from? Esoteric Antithesis. You search through your Esoterica to find the right trinket. You interact to apply specific Esoterica to yourself and your weapons for 1 action. Your unarmed weapon strikes against the creature become magical. You cause them to apply... A custom weakness? You can inflict a weakness on creatures that don't have a weakness. Not like inflict it, because you don't give up your allies the ability to make use of it, but... Oh. That's insane. What? 2 plus half your level? Dude, yeah, as the player, you get to say, DM, this is a weakness now. It's just reverse rage. Oh my word. Does weakness not double on a crit? I feel like weakness doubles on a crit. Am I stupid? Maybe not. I'm just curious. Double damage. Doesn't say. Weakness doesn't double? Interesting. I knew resistance doesn't double. But, I believe y'all. Y'all are right more often than I am. Anyway, that's amazing. That is incredible. That is insane. It's crazy you only need to apply it once. And then it affects every attack forever. And it's not even precision damage like a rogue. That's great. Oh, that makes sense. Weakness is the next step. You total your crit damage, inflict it, and then you get the weakness. That actually makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Choose an implement from the options. You begin play with a mundane implement of that type, and you gain the initiate benefit. Okay, so the implement is your subclass. Got it. As you continue, you will collect up to 3. The power of your implement can also be turned to the rather more common task of combat. When you strike, you can trace mystic powers with an implement. What? Why? Why do you just get bonus damage? Why does the Thaumaturge start with weapon specialization? Why does the Thaumaturge just get to start with weapon special? Like, sure, you need to have a free hand, but still. Yeah, that doubles on a crit. Excuse me. Excuse me. Swashbuckler Panache would like to have a word with you. They need to be in Panache to gain that 2 precision damage. This is just additional damage. And you're guaranteed to be dealing damage of a weakness. It's weapon specialization that stacks with weapon specialization. What? Paizo, are you drunk? Because, like, I'm tipsy. We should go to a bar sometime. What? That's insane. Like, it's not a lot of bonus damage, but it's just anything that boosts your minimum damage is incredible. That's why weapon specialization is so good on every class. Because at some point, you're gonna roll a 1 on your dice, and consistent damage is theoretically better than potential damage. It's better to roll 5 damage every turn than to potentially roll 2 to 10 damage every turn. This is nuts. That's true. Okay, so yeah, they don't have the to hit of a fighter. They're only trained. What's their weapon proficiency? Is it level 7? No, it's level 5. It's the same as any other martial. Holy crap! Exactly, Shadowclaw. Giant Instinct is very strong. Actually, wait. Are they... I forget. Are they consistent or are they massive? I forget. Yes. Yeah. Honestly, Giant Instinct is probably one of the most powerful. They're the most squishy because they lose more AC, but that bonus 6 damage from Rage is disgusting. Yeah, you can't use 200 weapons. You can't max your strength. It's fair. But remember, at level 5 with your ASI, because your strength is an 18, you get to add 2. That's huge. I do also love the fact that it is a charisma martial. That I adore. There's no martial with a charisma base key ability score, and I'm here for it. Skill increases, all that junk. Second implement. You've developed a greater connection to another item or found a new item with potential. You choose a second implement, which must be a different type from your first. Sure. Weapon expertise. Implement Adept. Choose one of your implements and gain the Adept benefit. Fair enough. We'll look into those. When you're holding an implement in one hand, you can quickly switch it with another implement you're wearing to use an action. Oh my word! You can switch them as a free action? That's insane. Wow, that's cool. No, yeah, Ethan, they will be slightly less accurate than other martials, like a rogue with an 18 dex, a ranger with an 18 strength, barbarian with 18 strength. They will never have 18 in their key offensive ability until at least level 5. So that is a drawback, and I'm cool with it. A little bit less accuracy for more base damage. I like it. They can only strike twice? Yeah, on the first turn. But after that, find flaw, or esoteric antithesis lasts until you find flaws again. And you don't need to. I mean, yeah, if you need to target a new enemy with a new weakness, sure. But once you've used this 2-action combo, your attacks just do bonus damage forever. It is multi-ability dependent. Absolutely, I agree. But if your strength is high enough, you have a full plate is 16 strength, right? Is full plate 16 strength? 18? Full plate is 18. You can still wear half plate. You know, you don't necessarily need dex. If you have a 12 dex and a 16 strength, you can wear half plate and you'll be pretty okay. Oh, but they don't get heavy armor, you're right. So they can wear breastplate. Same thing. 1 less armor. But yeah, still, breastplate's great. If you have 16 strength, wear a breastplate. You can even get that at level 1. It's only 8 gold. Yeah, honestly, I don't find unless I'm playing like a wild animal as a GM, I don't usually strike 3 times. Okay, what's next? This is really cool. Resolve, specialization, expertise. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. A free skill increase to arcane, nature, occult, or religion. I love that. Very good design. Very cool. Making them one of the few classes that gets more skill increases than others. Medium armor, vigilant senses, greater resolve. Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. I assume the recall knowledge will normally be based on the basic skills, but picking specific lore types for creatures is smart here too. I don't Yes, but that's very much up to your GM. A lot of GMs don't use the lore rules for monsters. And oftentimes you just taking very specific lore skills can be tough to do unless you really know the campaign going into it. So it's a very blurry thing. It's in the rules, but it's very danced around. Thank you so much, Sean Dog. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching and jumping in. Third implement, of course. Implement Mastery. Choose one of your implements and gain the next benefit, either Paragon or another Adept. Fair enough. Most Thaumaturges choose their first implement, gaining Paragon. Yeah. Unlimited Esoteric... Yeah. No, that's really good. That basically hastes you. That basically makes you quickened. So you can find flaws for free. That's huge. That's amazing. Wait a second. These don't need to be melee strikes. I'm just saying. Hand crossbow Thaumaturge is legit. Hand crossbow Thaumaturge is gonna be really strong. That's a one-handed weapon. So you can still do your big fancy implements empowerment. Is there a range on this? There's no range on Find Flaws. Yeah. 16 dex, 18 charisma, Thaumaturge with a hand crossbow. Because bow would not allow you to use implements empowerment. Bows are technically one-handed weapons, but you need to have a free hand when you strike. And bows are only two-handed when you are striking. Guns, actually, no. Sorry, chat brings up a better idea. Yeah. Well, yes and no. Guns will be good. Firearms on the Thaumaturge are going to be very powerful. But remember that firearms are very dependent on critical hits. Without them, they're not going to be that powerful. Is a hand crossbow a D6? Hand crossbows do have more range. 60-foot range increment. I don't have access to the guns on me right now. But I have something in my teeth. I know. I'm attractive. I just pulled a hair out of my mouth. That's also true, Rules Lawyer, yeah. If you are, if you know what you're tracking, finding flaws early is disgusting. Oh my word, Thaumaturge and Juggler, gross. I love it. All right, let's wrap this stream up by talking about the implements. There are 5 implements. The final class will have a total of 9 thrice. Yes, 9 is 3 times. Is this important? Why is this here? I think this is someone trying to be funny? Oh, the rule of 3s. Okay, gotcha. Yes, thank you. I forgot they mentioned that back at the beginning. Yep, alright. Everyone got there before me. It's fine. I'm dumb. Don't worry about it. Oh, numerology. 1 for each alignment? That'd be cool. Wait. Do they use the... Is one of their implements the hero cards? I'm sorry, I need a spoiler here. I hope it is. I really hope it is. I really hope they get hero cards at some point. That'd be incredible. Not yet. All right, let's go through these. Starting off, your implement can be an amulet. Amulet implements are items worn or carried for good luck and protection. You gain the amulet's abeyance reaction. The subject of your antithesis would damage you or an ally. You use your reaction to gain 2, they get a champion's reaction. Thank you, Wolfboy, for the sub. Thaumaturge, just... Paizo, the damage reduction is all the champion had going for it. And you gave it to the Thaumaturge. And it has a 15-foot reach. And you don't even need to be within range of the enemy. You just need to be within range of yourself. And you can use it on yourself. I know. I make fun of champions. Champions are so fine. Their armor is insane. They are the most defensive thing in the game. But whenever I've had to hype up champions or talk about champions, their reaction to reduce damage is always the big selling point. I'm really sad they gave this to Thaumaturge. I don't like it. I think they should change this. For the champion's sake. This steals class identity. Being able to reduce damage of any kind, that is champion class identity. Other classes typically can't do that without some kind of high-level spell or specific feat. I know they don't get a free attack, weaken, or step, but usually you're using the reaction for this. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel great. Even if they reworded it to giving your ally temporary hit points equal to 2+ your level, I would like that better. I would like it more just because it's different and it doesn't feel like stealing the champion's thing. Hello, Denny the Many. How you doing? Only one specific turn? Yeah, that's fair. It is way more limited. You know what? I'll give you that. It is way more limited because it has to specifically be from your antithesis. That's fair. Some crossover is good. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I might be overreacting to it. I have to see it in play. The Chalice gives temporary hit points. Gotcha. Yo, Austin with a $5 donation. Thank you so much.
Cool.
If you're mad about Thaumaturge stealing class features from other classes, you're going to hate it. Okay, if that's their whole shtick, I might be more accepting. Let's read a bit farther. If the that is fair. The Thaumaturge is a multi-tradition magic item user. If the Thaumaturge class identity is to be a little bit of every class, I'm okay with it. As long as it's not just the champion. That is a very good point, Austin. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Let's keep reading. When you use the reaction, the target chooses one type of damage resisted and gains resistance 5 until the start of your next turn. If you get if you are like level 14 or something like that, it's 10 resistance. That's pretty good. Thaumaturge. Be fun to watch that too. I'll probably make videos about the feats. I've already been streaming for an hour and 45 minutes, and I got stuff to do tonight. But yeah, I think I'll definitely do a video on the feats of each one. Paragon benefit. Your amulet provides sanctuary even against wide-ranging attacks. When you use Abeyance, you and all allies within 15 feet gain the initial resistance. That's really good. Even allies that weren't subject to the damage gain the lingering resistance. Cool. So yeah, if each implement is a little bit like the other classes, that's going to be cool. Yes, Arcellan Master, we already talked about the Psychic, I'm afraid. But you can watch it again. This will all be available on YouTube whenever we wrap up here. I'm interested to see how this goes. If they're all like the amulet is like mini champion. Let's see what the Chalice is. The Chalice, you can drink from it or feed it to an ally to improve their health with drink from the Chalice. For 1 round, you or an ally drink from the liquid that slowly collects in your Chalice. They can choose to sip it, gaining 2 plus half your level temp hit points. Okay, there we go. Or drain it, healing 3 hit points per level. After the Chalice is drained, it's left with only its slowly collecting dregs. The Chalice can't be drained again, but it can be sipped from. After 10 minutes, it can be drained again.
That's so
without anyone
cool.
drinking. Okay, that's really cool. So you can give them a little bit of temp hit points or a lot of actual hit points, but the heal has a recover. So this is almost like a cleric. Honestly, this is a little bit of cleric, a little bit of healing, some protection. I'm into this. Oh, what are they drinking from the Chalice? Holy juice? What's the flavor? Eventide? Thank you for the $5. That's what's so fun about that. I like this more than the amulet so far. The Chalice is fun because you get to flavor it. I would probably put Diet Coke in mine, and anyone who drinks it gets to drink delicious, delicious Diet Coke. Or, Dwarven Thaumaturge with a Chalice, but it's always really, really strong, rancid vodka. So when you feed it to an ally, they're like, oh, because it's just burning, terrible vodka. Oh, I love it. That's going to be my next character. I'm here for it. Adept benefit. The life essence shed from your own blood empowers your Chalice. If you take piercing or slashing damage, on your next turn, drinking grants greater effects. On a sip, it increases to Charisma plus level. That's going to be, on average, like 2 additional hit points, maybe 3 at a higher level. But 4 per level is pretty good. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Just makes it a little bit better. Oh, God, it has to be from a crit? No, that just got way worse. Oh, that got way worse. Actually, no, you're right. This is a mini champ, though. This is lay on hands. Weird. Oh, well. I like it. I like this more. This doesn't feel quite as much like stealing because you can choose. I like the choice between sip and drain. That's a really good flavor. Really good mechanics. This is less exciting. Not super into this. A little boring. Yo, McFatson dropping the $10. You're so generous today. Oh, my word. Thaumaturge feels like a fusion of 1E Occultist who gained power from items and 1E Medium who is subpar at spell skills and fighting but can selectively mimic other playstyles. Okay. I'm getting that vibe. I like it so far. I'm curious to see the weapon implement when we get down there. It's really cool. All right, what is the Paragon? When you or an ally drain the chalice, in addition to healing wounds, it clears away clumsy, enfeebled, frightened, stupefied, and stunned by 1. The first time each day that a given drinker has drained, reduce that drinker's drained condition by 1. That gets really confusing because you're draining the chalice to remove your drained condition. That's really good. That's really good. Finally, the chalice attempts to counteract all poisons. Okay. That is better than Champion Mercy because you don't need to take 4 feats to get it. That's crazy good. Now, granted, this is sort of your peak. This is the big thing. You know, you only get 1 Paragon benefit, and only if you go all in. And in order to get the Paragon, you do need to get the Adept, which is not as impressive. This is really good, but it's basically your entire class feature is the Paragon benefit. Though, knowing my luck in jumping to conclusions, there's probably a feat that gives you more Paragons. Let's see. I think Chug would be better. Honestly, I think Chug would be better wording, especially because the drained condition exists. Having something marked drain can get very confusing. You really want to avoid overlapping terminology in a tabletop game. Damage over time is great. Yeah. Lantern. Someone said Lantern is weak. Let's find out. While you hold the lantern, the light it shines reveals secrets. Shines bright light out to 20 feet, dim light 20 feet further. Evocation, light, and magic. You and your allies gain +1 to perception checks. That's huge. +1 to recall knowledge if they're within 20 feet. Okay. That's less huge because it's like super close, but it's still really good. Even if you aren't searching during exploration, the GM rolls a secret check for you to find traps, environmental hazards, haunts, and secrets. That's great. That's really good. This basically, honestly, +1 to perception checks while exploring. That's really good. That's really solid. Because it's just passive. As long as you're holding the lantern, you get it. Chug, 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 chug. He's dying of poison! Chug, 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 chug. In addition to the initiative benefits, when you hold your lantern, its light reveals the invisible. Who said lantern was weak? While you're holding your lantern, invisible and ethereal creatures within 20 feet of you become visible, though they are still concealed. Wow. That's really good. Who said this was weak? Oh no, the BBEG just turned invisible. Dingle, 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 dingle. No, they didn't. Lantern buffs the check for fun. Nick. Nick. Buffing fine flaws, that's actually huge. Yo, even tied with another $10. Y'all are way too generous today. Stop it. I gotta leave, but I wanted to remind you how much we all love your streams. Also, I imagine the chalice as being what Knights of the Chalice Blood Angels drink. Tell Stella we love her very much. Hey, tell her yourself. Stella, Eventide wants to say goodbye. Say goodbye, Stella. Say goodbye to Eventide. No, you don't, the camera's over there. She's just shy. Oh, there she goes. There she goes. Oh, whoop. There she is. There's the girl. Lantern is amazing. Thank you so much, Eventide. You were so generous. You, McFats, and both of you have been super generous here today. Thank you, sincerely. Paragon benefit. While you're holding your lantern... Bye, Stella. While you're holding your lantern, the GM rolls a secret counteract check against any illusion... What? Who's gonna a free counteract against every single illusion, even if you can't tell it's an illusion. That's so good. Who said Lantern was weak? I mean, sure, if your DM doesn't if your DM doesn't hide stuff and doesn't use illusions, yeah, Lantern is pointless, except for the bonus to find flaws. But still, that's nuts. At high level play, do you know how common illusions are? I am the GM who will make so many illusions you will start to question what the hell is real. I've killed off an NPC party member through an illusion, so they weren't actually dead, but the entire party thought they were dead, so they killed the person who cast the illusion. I love illusions. That's incredible. That's true, Andrew. Yeah. It would be hard. I'm glad it pays off to see Lantern through to the Paragon. If it never comes up, yeah, it's useless. That's unfortunate. But man, that's huge. No, it doesn't counteract it completely, but it counteracts it enough for you to determine whether or not something is an illusion. Honestly, yeah, if you come up to a chasm and there is a fake illusory bridge that you would fall through, as soon as you're 20 feet from the bridge, you can go, hold on, I can't dispel it, but this bridge isn't real. It's great. It's a mini investigator. It's fantastic. A wand? Your wand slowly collects magic from its surroundings. When you gain this implement, choose cold, electric, or fire, and you gain fling magic. Transmutation too? Well, I don't think you could not counteract slow. You couldn't counteract slow. No. But only for the purpose of determining whether you can see through it. So you can't counteract things like slow or anything like that. But if something has been polymorphed, you can see their true form. Which means if a devil is hiding out in town, polymorphed into the mayor, you can see right then and there, that's not the mayor. All right. You fire a display of energy. Y'all, here's a little thing. I don't know if anyone knows this about me. I never talk about it. My favorite type of magic is unspecified magic. Throwing a glob of cold magical force at someone is my favorite type of magic. That's why I love taking spells like Fireball. Like Magic Missile is my favorite spell because it's the closest thing to that. Being able to shoot a 1d4 little glob of electricity, that's everything I've ever wanted. I love it. I love this. It's just a 1d4 plus charisma cantrip on a martial class. 80 feet? 80 feet? And it's not even an attack roll. It's a reflex save. Oh, okay. It is against class DC. It is against class DC, which is going to be lower. So you're probably not going to crit with this very often. But yeah, scaling 1d4 every caster level kind of deal. Yeah. Oh, no multiple attack penalty. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to re-mention the hand crossbow Thaumaturge. Fire hand crossbow, fling magic, drop the wand. Oh, it's 2 actions. Still, hand crossbow, fling magic. Boom. Sure, next turn, drop it, reload, maybe pick it up. But that's huge. That's huge, dude. You can switch to the wand as a free action. That's disgusting. I love this. What is the Adept? The range of fling magic increases to 120 feet. And then you can choose between 2 types of magic. Oh, and they get bonus effects if they fail the save. 1d10 persistent fire damage, 10-foot status penalty, flat-footed until the start of your next turn. Hand crossbow. Wand. Lightning. They fail. They take 2d4 plus charisma. Shoot them. They are now flat-footed. Their AC is now 2 less against your hand crossbow. Suddenly, being a little behind on dexterity compared to a ranger isn't that bad. Wand is bad. No, this is my favorite so far. This is easily my favorite so far. I adore this. Wand to implement Thaumaturge is the kind of character I want to play in my Eberron game. Dude, it's so cool. I love it. I love non-specific magic. Not a specific spell, not a specific... You don't even know how to cast magic. You just know that this wand can shoot a glob of elements at someone. That's all you do. That's all you care about. Oh, I love it. Hi, Mora. What's up, darling? Juggler Thaumaturge, juggle the wand to reload the crossbow. Yes! Juggler wand Thaumaturge. There's kind of an element with Lantern where it's harder to GM into. What's fun gameplay about a big element of a challenge like an illusion being defeated by a passive effect? It's not technically passive. The GM rolls a secret check. So you can still fail. Your GM does need to be okay with secret checks, though. I love secret checks. Not everyone is. Yeah, this is technically Mora's shirt. This is technically my girlfriend's shirt, but it's more comfortable, and I like it, and it looks really good. So, yeah. Hush. I also wear her jeans sometimes because they're cozy. What is the Paragon? 180 feet. You can choose any damage. And a 10-foot burst. It's a 10-foot burst, chat. Let's have a fireball. Is there a cooldown on this? No. You can just fireball. What level do you get, Paragon? Was it like 13? 11? Okay, not till 17. Okay, less good than I thought, but still. That's cool, though. That's cool. Level 17 level feat, trespass, teleport, says his reaction, kill your character, derail the entire campaign. I love Wand. A 10-foot burst, 180 range, electric arc that inflicts flat-footed. How's it feel? All right, weapon is the best, really. Okay. Your weapon trembles slightly, seeking out your foe's weakness and interrupting their actions. At 5th level, your instinctive knowledge of your weapon's implement grants you its weapon specialization, sure. The subject of your Esoteric Antithesis uses a concentrate, manipulate, or move action, or leaves a square. This... Okay, within your reach or 10 feet for a ranged weapon. I thought it wasn't going to include a range. I thought it wasn't going to specify, and I got real scared. Austin with another $5. If I don't get a book implement, there's got to be a book implement. There's got to be a grimoire implement. There's no way there's not going to be. Remember, you gain more implements as you level up. That's true. That's true, you do. So you get 3 of these. I can't wait to see when there's 9. It's going to be incredible. I love wands, too. I love lamp. Charged with power inimical to your foe, your weapon lashes out to attack it. Make a strike against the triggering creature with your weapon implement. If the attack is a crit, disrupt that action. Strike doesn't count. Sure. Okay, so attack of opportunity. Yeah, that's great. You just get attack of opportunity, which makes this... You get one at level 1, right? You get an implement at 1st level? Yeah. So, fun. That's awesome. Thaumaturge are now the only other class that can start with attack of opportunity at level 1. That's fantastic. That's really cool. Attack of opportunity but better? It's about the same. I mean, you can use it with a 10-foot range attack. I don't understand how it's better. How is it better? It can disrupt movement and concentrate. Oh, attack of opportunity can't? Can it not? I know monks can, but maybe not fighters. Let me see. Oh, you're right. It only interrupts manipulates, whereas this interrupts concentrate, manipulate, or move. Ooh, that's cool. That's actually really neat. And correct me if I'm wrong, sustaining a spell is concentrate, right? I believe sustaining a spell is concentrate. That's huge. Oh my word. If you see a spellcaster that has something that they need to sustain, just walk up and stand next to them and be like, keep going. I dare you. That's awesome. Wait until you see the upgrade. All right, let's see Adept. When your implement lashes out at your foe, even a close miss. You deal their weakness on a miss? You deal their weakness on a miss, and you give them a weakness with Esoteric. Does this trigger weapon specialization? I don't think it does, right? Because you're not landing a strike. This damage is separate from a strike. I don't think you get weapon specialization, but you still get to deal, like, you get to deal 1 plus 2 plus half your level. What level do you get Adept? Was it like level 7? Adept was level 7. As of level 7, as long as you are targeting your esoteric target, you get to deal, what's half of 7? 3? You deal 6 damage on a miss. You deal 6 damage on a miss. What? And that's if you're inflicting the weakness. If they have a worse weakness already, holy crap. Paragon benefit. The way your implement incorporates your foe's weakness makes its interruptions incredibly disruptive. That's dumb. Granted, it's level 17. I'm probably going to lose like 30 viewers for doing that, and I'm okay with it. It's level 17. So it's not going to affect most games. That's crazy. That's super cool. Do fighters get that? Fighters get disruptive stance. Which is, yeah, the same thing. But that's a stance you need to get into. I mean, I guess, honestly, compared to Disruptive Stance, that's actually not that bad. Can't believe Thaumaturge disrupted the stream itself. Oh my god, this is really good. Yeah, no, it's better. What's crazy, though... Okay, so this can still do Concentrate as well. Yeah. So it's still better than Disruptive Stance, because it can still cancel move actions on a hit. This means, if you can trip them... Y'all, Psychic Message. Let the Thaumaturge trip on a reaction. Then the Thaumaturge goes, beats this guy up on the ground, then he tries to stand up, and you... attack of opportunity, or sorry, implements interruption with your Paragon benefit to interrupt their standing. Just on a normal hit. And they're flat-footed. That's gross. That's a lot of fun. Anarchy Sisters, let's go. Alright, we are past 2 hours. I am thinking... What? Thaumaturge can get a familiar? Anyway, we're not here to look at feats. Oh my word, this is so cool. This is so cool, guys. I'm sorry we couldn't look at the feats, but it's already been 2 hours. I'm exhausted and sweaty. I can't wait to turn the AC on and put Stella back in her cage, but she's pretty cozy. She's cozy. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. This was a blast. Thank you to everyone who donated, you freaking generous people who put money in my wallet. I appreciate you all so very much. But that is it for me. Keep an eye out on Wednesday. I will be making a video. I'll be making Magus Part 2. We'll be going over the Magus feats. I'm super excited for that. So you won't have to wait any longer. Friday, I'm probably going to go over the Psychic feats. Then Monday will be... It's going to be a lot of class stuff coming up. So be prepared for that. We're going to be talking Magus, Summoner, Psychic, and Thaumaturge probably for the next 2 weeks at least. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of long-form, low-edit videos. If you like those, strap in. You're going to get a lot of content. But for now, I'm going to leave you guys. thanks so much for hanging out. I'm going to go eat some dinner, because all I've had today is cake and something else. I don't even remember. Stella, any closing words? I think she's asleep. All right. I'll see y'all later. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Until next time, no nat ones. Fireball does deal fire damage. Howdy. My name is Nonat. Oh, what am I wearing? Well, it's just the new Nonat.
Nonat One's merchandise.
That wasn't me. Anyway, it's the new Nonat.
Nonat One's merchandise.
Okay, look, I'm just trying to tell them about the
new
new
Nonat One's merchandise, available exclusively at NonatOnes.com.
Yeah, what he said. Whatever. I'm done. This ad is stupid.
Support the channel. Get yours today.